Hey Kings, what's poppin'? It's me, James of Regret, and today we're going back to take a look at everyone's favorite console fanboy punching bag, the one, the only, Crapgamer himself. He's been on a mad rampage recently, uploading 11 videos trashing Halo Infinite within the past 7 days, doing everything he possibly can in his power to kill the hype for the latest Halo game. Which, let's be honest, if someone like Crapgamer is desperate to smother an Xbox game, then 5 to 7 odds are it's probably going to be good. So get comfy, Kings, this is gonna be an interesting one. Oh god, he still thinks he's some kind of internet superstar. Here's a hint, CG, you're nothing but a joke. You're a man scorned by the corporation you used to simp for, and now you're desperate to get back at them by publishing multiple low-effort videos a day. You literally talk about Xbox more than you talk about PlayStation, at least with other kinds of console fanboys like Optimus Code or JTech or Cody Lee. They're mostly hyping up whatever their favorite corp is doing while dissing the competition on the side. Meanwhile, most of your videos are just crying about how horrible Xbox and Phil Spencer is. Like, geez, what is wrong with you? Most people prefer to talk about the things they love. You just stew in your hatred perpetually. Get some help, man.
Today, Microsoft dug themselves into a little bit deeper hole.
Digging yourself a deeper grave? Is this speaking from experience, given how you dig a deeper hole for yourself every other video you upload?
Showcasing something they probably shouldn't have because obviously it's not in-game footage, but it does get people talking, which maybe that's the whole point.
Yes, it's called marketing. They do things to get people talking about the game and hype people up. That's what they do. Man, you really are living up to your channel name, aren't you?
Still, I feel like it's my job to call them out because some people were a little bit too ignorant to really understand that this was indeed not exactly real footage. Now, this is something that everybody's going to enjoy. I can't wait to get into this topic. It's a video you won't want to miss. Hey there, everyone. I'm the Crapgamer, and this, of course, is Crapgamer Reviews. Your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice all the cool changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me and, of course, my silly YouTube channel. As always, it means everything to me. So, anyway, we know that Halo Infinite is going to be coming out very soon. We also know that so far, Microsoft hasn't really done a great job of showcasing why people should get this game. I know some people are excited by it. I know some people are definitely into the multiplayer aspect of it, which I completely understand. The problem is the single player aspect, which is something that a lot of people also are very much into, seems not very well put together or not exactly up to par.
The hell are you talking about? Almost everyone I've seen out there that aren't console fanboys like you have been rather impressed with what 343 have shown recently. Even my buddies who play on PlayStation consoles thought it was great. This really is just you talking out of your ass again, my guy.
Now, the multiplayer should have been a little bit easier situation to handle for 343. They've had 6+ years to kind of get it right. They already had some of the multiplayer aspects right with Halo 5. Of course, Halo 4 was a big debacle right from the beginning, so we won't even go there. But when it comes to the single player with Halo Infinite, I think that's where most people start to kind of question what's going on.
I'm gonna be honest here, even a year ago I thought the Halo Infinite campaign showcase was alright. Coming from someone who was stuck playing on a potato laptop up until the middle of last year, I just couldn't be asked about graphics. It is a game after all, it's meant to be played, and the gameplay looked more than fine. I get that the graphics weren't all that great, but it never really bothered me.
We saw some of the single player last year, and that's where we got Craig the Brute. Now, as you guys might know, he's a kind of low-res, goofy-looking brute that really didn't have much going for him. No personality, no nothing.
So a random 1 in 1,000 enemy soldier whose sole existence is to be fought and killed by the player in a short firefight doesn't have much going for it? So like 99% of all other random 1 in 1,000 enemy soldiers in gaming then? Jeez, Crap, you've made a lot of reaches before, but this has got to be one of your worst so far.
People made fun of him. Microsoft then tried to switch it around and pretend like they were cool with that and that they were, agreeing with us that it was fun. The interesting thing here is that had people not spoken up, that's the brute we would have gotten with Halo Infinite's release. Think about that for a second. That's what we would have gotten.
Yes, that's the purpose of feedback, to make sure the customer is getting what they want out of a product. I mean, Sony also walked back decisions they made after customer feedback too. Horizon's pricing debacle, anyone? Funny how you were completely quiet on that front when that shitstorm was raging. Are you saying that it was fine for Sony to lie about the whole pricing bullshit they pulled with that game? Because that pricing was what they were going to launch with if it weren't for the backlash.
Now, we fast forward over a year later. They showcased the game the other day, right? 6 minutes or whatever. I already showed and gave my opinions on it. I thought it looked better, but I don't think it looked like a $500 million 12 T-flop, amazing, 2,000 plus developers working on it better. I don't think that was the case at all.
I guarantee you that no matter what Microsoft showed off, you would never have been satisfied. You don't want things to get better, you want to be angry and to get back at Phil Spencer. Also, didn't people already point out that teraflops weren't really a good measure of how good a console is? Like, honest to God, does anyone apart from computer engineers even know what the fuck a T-flop is? I read a couple articles about that shit, and the only thing I've been able to piece together is that it's not the be-all end-all of performance measurement.
So then last night, they released a render. They released some renders, right? And they released Craig the Brute. Now, what you saw at the beginning was what they basically showed, which was, hey, how it started, how it's going, right? Seems pretty clear. The problem is that that's not exactly accurate. We've already seen very much what the game actually looks like and what Craig the Brute looks like now in game, because we've actually seen in-game footage from the campaign, and we know that that's not what he looks like. That might be what the render looks like, but we know that it looks much more dialed back, the actual game itself.
Just listen to his voice. He sounded so pleased with himself, as if he had a gotcha moment that he could use to prove that he was right all along or something. Shame that he barely has anything at all, as we'll soon discover.
And this is something that infuriates me as a fan. And I don't mean to kind of go on a rant or whatever, because I know a lot of people are probably assuming that I'm just hating for the sake of hating, but
How are we not supposed to think you're hating for the sake of hating? Take a look at your channel, my guy. Half the shit you upload is just shitting on Xbox, even if Xbox isn't even related to the subject. How can we not conclude that you're hating for the sake of hating when everything you do tells us that you are?
Why show a fake render like that to get people's hopes up when we've already seen what Craig the Brute looks like now, right? Which you're obviously seeing it here. Like, this is a direct feed screenshot from the footage that they released. This isn't doctored. This isn't super zoomed in. This is the actual footage that they decided to show off. It's like when they originally showcased Halo Infinite last year. It was funny because what happened was that they chose which to show us, right? They were the ones that looked at this and said, hey, this is the fire right here. I can't wait to showcase this to the people. And they actually picked screenshots to showcase and to show people. And the screenshots looked horrible, and rightfully so, people called them out. I don't understand the people hyping up a render, which it's not even an in-game image, but a render, and then compare it to an in-game image from last year. It doesn't make any freaking sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But then you've got people pounding their chest, talking about how, it's great and what a difference a year makes and all this kind of stuff. Look, that render was probably a target that they had all along. I do not understand the fanboy narrative to kind of praise what they're doing when it's just a render. It's not even anything legit that's in the game. We've already seen this.
Jesus fucking... It does make sense. It shows how much better the engine is now after they worked on it for an extra year. Like, how fucking retarded are you to not see it? How monumentally brain dead do you have to be to not understand? They spent an extra year working on the engine and now it looks better than before. Like, holy shit, man, how did you ever get to 67,000 subs in the first place?
Another thing, I don't even know that we've seen any, footage from the Xbox Series X. I looked. I can't find if what we saw is Xbox Series X footage or if it's a situation where it is captured again on PC. They have a tendency to do that. People will go, oh, okay, well, they're PC too, and I get that, but why not show it on, the way that we all can kind of look at it, right? Like, most of us are going to be playing at, I can only assume that that we would be playing it on, an Xbox of some sort, whether it be an Xbox One or S or a One X or, a Series S or Series X, and we still haven't seen any footage from this. So
we quite literally have shitloads of Xbox footage from the multiplayer preview, my guy. This is a bigger fucking reach than the planet that the Covenant destroyed. Jesus, come on.
It is very disheartening, to say the least, and it makes me kind of wonder, like, what's the deal with it, and I hope that, we get some kind of idea, some kind of information about it, because I do feel like they're purposely trying to mislead people now with this, and then you have people backing it up. Surprise, surprise, you have the same people, the RDXs of the world and the dealers of the world, trying to hype this up as being legit, but it's just a render. We've already seen what's in the game. You think you know? You think you know? You don't know. Cross-gen? Come on, cross-gen? Yeah, cross-gen.
Good grief, you really have a hate boner against Dealer and Colt, don't you? Fucking hell, I mean, I get it. I really do. Jealousy is a hell of a thing. They both stuck it out being shameless Xbox shills through thick and thin, and they've both managed to surpass the 100k mark. Meanwhile, you flipped to PlayStation the moment it got too much for you, and now you're bleeding subs. I can totally see why you'd be so upset at them.
Look, I'm not saying that the game looks horrible. I'm just saying that what we're seeing doesn't look nearly like what this render looks like, because we've actually seen the gameplay. And Microsoft fooling people, like, I don't understand how the hell so many people could kind of be fooled by this stuff anymore, but it is a little bit of a shame when you do have so many gamers out there who don't understand the difference, and even running with the original stuff. At this point in time, why would 343, less than 2 months away from launching their game, show game footage or show stuff that's not even in engine? It's not even in engine. It's not even in engine. It's just straight fake lying CGI. It does not make any sense whatsoever. I don't understand it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And to top it off, it doesn't look like they care. And judging by the reaction from people, there's a lot of people that were too stupid to understand that this image is not an in-game image. It's a render. You know, it's a render. That's basically what it is. I mean, this is 100% what it is. It's clearly not in the game. So yeah, it is a little bit weird that so many people are jumping on this like this is what the game's going to look like. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't understand the thought process behind pretending that this is some good-looking thing. So I don't get it.
Yes, there is a bit of a lie in the situation, but once again, the liar is you. A quick look at October's Inside Infinite clearly shows that the renders being shown are in-engine, using assets they made for the game, while you very clearly said it wasn't. Now, unlike CG here, I like to cover my bases to avoid misinformation. We probably won't see them look as good as these renders. After all, these renders are being done in a limited and controlled environment with lighting we probably won't see in-game. However, Crapgamer here was trying to say that it was all fake and gay and not real to fit his narrative, which really shouldn't be surprising given his history with twisting everything he can get his crappy hands on to fit his narrative. He really is the most pathetic console fanboy. Honestly, Crap, you gotta take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing with your life? All these years of struggle trying to make it through life, and for what? To keep pitting one console against the other? You're a middle-aged man still fighting the console wars, a war that neither deserved to be started nor does it deserve to continue. It would have been understandable coming from juvenile children or teenagers who don't have anything else to deal with in life, but you're a grown-ass fucking man. You don't have to let console wars bullshit rule your life. Take a step out of your house, take a deep breath, touch the fucking grass and realize it doesn't matter which corporation is winning in the hypothetical war between plastic boxes. It really doesn't. Shit, man. It actually kind of depresses me seeing someone waste their life like this. I think I'm just about done with this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and join the Discord server if you feel like it. This has been Teams of Regret, wishing you all good luck, Godspeed, and a better existence than Crapgamer. Signing out.